about it is that you can do it your own way and at your own pace. Now, I'm somebody who actually used to despise mornings, and I think it's because I had my fair share of waking up at 5 a.m. to go to school, sometimes commuting 2 hours in each direction. It was pretty dreadful until I learned to fall in love with the process. So in this video, I want to share with you some tips on how I became a morning person in hopes that you might find something helpful in it all. I always knew I needed to get more sleep because we hear that all the time, but I was a night owl, so I just didn't do it. And then one day I read this paper that was published that had said that a moderately sleep-deprived body can act similarly to an intoxicated one, and that's when I realized I needed to change up my routine. So instead of relying on willpower to help me get to bed sooner, I did what I often do, which was to identify my why power. And I did this in 3 words, which was wanting mornings that were going to be more peaceful, nourishing, and productive. It was this change in mindset that helped me catch a little bit of extra sleep each night. A quote I love is by Benjamin Franklin when he said, "Early to bed and early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise." But shifting my bedtime back by 2 or 3 hours felt like too drastic a transition. If you've been following, I feel there is no better way to express some self-love than by enjoying a nourishing meal. I'm convinced one reason I go to sleep so easily is that it's a time machine to breakfast. Now, to save time, you can always put together part of your breakfast ahead of time, like batch making granola on the weekends for quick parfaits or cereal bowls, soaking steel-cut oats the night before for a quick porridge that cooks while you get ready, or freezing some fruits or maybe veggies to make quick and wholesome smoothie bowls topped with nuts, seeds, granola, and more fresh fruit. It doesn't need to be complicated or time-consuming, just nourishing and something you enjoy so much it's worth waking up for. I reserve some time in the morning for me, a little gift to myself when the world is still quiet and peaceful. I also like to think of it as a bonus for the extra 9 minutes I gained for not pressing the snooze button earlier. This is when I like to enjoy my cup of tea or take a stretch, or maybe review my intentions that were set the night before, or read an inspiring blog post, or post some pictures to my Pinterest vision boards to keep me visualizing my goals. Nourishing yourself with just a few minutes of feel-good activities is sure to turn any skeptic into a morning person. Now let's fast forward a bit and pay some attention to the critical roles that evenings play in setting us up to become morning people. Now, the evening before, I like to take just 5 minutes to set some intentions for the next day. Somehow, knowing what I'm going to be looking forward to helps set me up for an early rise and ensures a more productive morning and rest of the day. I've noticed that when I skip this, I more easily surrender to the allure of the bed as a way to avoid having to figure out what I need to do or what needs to get done. And one thing I also make sure to include in this list of intentions is something I'm genuinely looking forward to. It can be photographing a recipe for the vlog, sharing a video on Instagram, or watching the season finale of my favorite TV show in the evening. This is all to make the idea of the next day so exciting, it'll make me want to get out of bed in the morning. I also like to set myself up to hit the ground running. For example, getting my clothes ready the night before and setting them out to eliminate decision fatigue when I might be feeling groggy in the morning. I'll also try to prepare anything I can to make the morning feel more peaceful and less rushed, like packing up leftover dinner to enjoy for lunch, maybe prepping some breakfast ingredients as I mentioned before, or filling that kettle with water so all I have to do is give it a flick come morning. And now we repeat. My routine comes so naturally to me at this point, I hardly have to give it any thought. I find if my routine stays generally the same, I look forward to waking up that much more, simply because I know what to expect. I know it's my time, a time that consists of practices that energize and inspire me. A routine that helps me ensure my mornings are peaceful, nourishing, and productive. And now I hope it goes without saying, I would never expect you to do all these things. This was just a summary of how I've come to love being a morning person. The question is, what routine do you feel would help to set you up for an early rise? I've
Please
gone ahead and
like,
created a little
share, and
PDF.
subscribe. Click on the bell icon to get more notifications. Stay tuned for more updates.